We now believe that there are rogue planets, planets without suns that are simply wandering out there, and they would be dark because there's no sun to give them reflected light. And as a consequence, they could sneak up on you, perhaps even sneak up on you, and also they may even have life on them. Now, how do these rogue planets get started? Well, if an object gets too close to Jupiter, for example, it'll be flung into outer space. We think that the orbits of Neptune and Uranus, for example, may have been altered because at one point, long time ago, they came too close to Jupiter. Now, if you get really close to Jupiter at the right angle, you could be flung into outer space. Now, why should we care? Because we once thought that to create life, you had to be very close to the mother sun. The mother sun would melt the ice, creating oceans. A mild temperate climate allows DNA to form in the oceans, and bingo, that's how life gets started. Well, if you have a rogue planet, it's cold because there is no mother sun, but there is another source of heat that we scientists neglected for hundreds of years. We now know that tidal forces in a dark universe with no sun is sufficient to melt the ice. Take a look at Europa orbiting around Jupiter. It's way out there. You don't get much sunlight in Jupiter. However, this moon of Jupiter called Europa, as it spins around Jupiter, gets squashed, differentially squashed, and this constant squashing due to gravity and tides creates friction. That friction creates heat. That heat heats up the center of Europa, and bingo. That's the furnace that heats up Europa, melting the ice, creating an ocean, a liquid ocean that we think is actually larger than the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean combined. And there you have it, a new source of energy to create liquid water far beyond the glow of a mother sun. And so we think that rogue planets could, in fact, carry life forms on them, especially if the moons of these rogue planets have experienced tidal forces sufficient to melt the ice.